when we talk about the planning part, so the planning and optimization team, so as we have discussed, so they always try to plan it for almost for a year, for a quarter, for a month, for a day. Okay, so obviously they cannot be, or they will not be able to decide on their own. So whatever the planning and optimization does, so it always depends upon the inputs from the different departments in the company. So like they will depend upon the finance team, they will depend upon the strategy team, they will depend upon the directorates, what they have agreed upon, how they want to increase, how they want to improve their efficiencies at the refinery. So all I mean, not only from the sales side, so they'll have to align on the different aspects of it. For example, if you want to increase your sales, obviously you'll have to do your purchase accordingly, because until unless you have the crude availability, you will not be able to sell to the customers. Until unless you have the terminal capacity, you will not be able to store the crude. Similarly, you will not be able to store the refined products. So this all goes into, like, they plan. So we have to divide this planning and optimization into two parts. One is planning, another one is optimization. So planning, again, as I have just discussed, or as I have just talked about, that is with respect to planning. Optimization, again, so how to optimize your inventory. That means like how to meet. Optimization means how best you can do your planning is what will be considered as a part of the optimization. So how best, or what is the best inventory that you will be, I mean, what is the buffer inventory that you should always maintain to make sure you always meet your goals, or to always meet your sales. Similarly, how many contracts you need to have, I mean, how many of your contracts should be term contracts, how many of them should be spot contracts. So whether you have any shutdown planned, so accordingly you have any maintenance plan, accordingly will you be able to meet the customer's needs. So how best you can do your how best you can meet your customers, and similarly how best you can get the products from outside by trading. So that all planning and optimization will be done by the planning and optimization team. So what is the role? The role is planning. Okay, so there will be planners who will be executing all this. The next team who will be responsible for the trading is a trader. We call them as traders. Okay, so they always deal with the purchase and sale. So this trading department, what they do, they always look for the deals in the market. For example, there will be some spot corp. I'll just give you an example. Like, for example, some countries, if there is any shutdown, or if there is any higher inventory, okay, sometimes what happens, customers says that I need 5 lakh barrels. But due to some shutdown in his refinery, or shutdown at his side, he might say that no, sorry, I will not be able to take that 5 lakh barrels. So obviously you have planned for that 5 lakh barrels to deliver it to customer. Then what happens, that 5 lakh barrels will be will be available in your inventory. So obviously you cannot keep that inventory for a long time, because your terminals will get filled up. So obviously you'll have to sell it. What you do, you try to sell it as a spot contract or a spot deal. So this buying and trading will be done by these traders. So they always look for good deals with a lesser price, and then they try to go it. I mean, Reliance always try to look for those type of, generally, I mean, when we talk about any refinery, they always try to look for the best price. But out of that, Reliance always looks for the more best deals, because the Reliance refinery in India, they have a very sophisticated technology. So they can process any kind of crude around the world. Okay, so I mean, their technology is so sophisticated that they can buy any crude from around the world. They can process any crude from different locations around the world. Okay, so similarly, what happens, I mean, if you go into little more financial side of it, there are some hedged contracts. Hedge means you will not be taking the risk. That means what you will do, you will hedge, you will buy it in the market, saying that you will pay for so on. These are called as paper deals. They are called as wet deals. Wet deals means you will be getting the product. Paper deals means it is just like bonds, or kind of shares. What you do, you just buy it and keep it with you. When you get a good value, you try to sell it. Similar way, some traders, what they do, they try to get the deals from the market. They don't take the product. Okay, so they might buy it at some $70 per barrel. They keep it with them. When the price goes high, they try to sell it immediately to another person who is requiring it. So they might sell it at $2 more. That is $72 per barrel. So that $2 is their margin. Okay, physically the goods will not be moved, but only the ownership will be transferred from the trader to another person who bought from this trader. So such type of deals also happen in the market. So they are more of like oil economics, we call it. So there are different departments in all the big banks like ICICI, HDFC, Citibank. So there are some teams who are sitting especially in these banks in order to check these kind of hedged contracts and hedging deals and all that. Okay, so sometimes for example, if the company has its own production capacity, okay, now sometimes what happens, for example, we discussed yesterday, right, when we were discussing about this. So some companies, they might have their own crude capacity. Okay, so now your refinery has a good sophisticated technology. Okay, now the crude that you produce have good API gravity. That means you have your API gravity is very high. So obviously what will happen when you sell it, you'll get good price when your API gravity is high. But your refinery is sophisticated, which can process any kind of crude. So obviously what you do, you will have to decide, or your team or the company trading team and planning and optimization team, they all have to decide whether they have to use the crude from their own production or it is better to get the crude from outside, because ultimately it is all profit and loss, right? Whatever you do, whatever the business you do, ultimately your objective is to make more money out of it. So what they do this product contract economics, like they try to check whether it's better to get the product from the own company, or whether it is better to buy it from other company, or whether it is to import, or whether it is to get it from, again, from the import also there are different countries, whether they want to get it from Europe, or whether you want to get it from Middle East. And again, in the Middle East also we have different countries, so whether they want to get it from UAE or Qatar or Saudi or Oman, it all depends. So these kind of analysis and all will be done by these teams, and the traders will try to book those deals.